Alright, hello everyone, what is up? Gaming Cody from Griefing. Now today, if you guys remember, I made a video a while back, basically giving some reasons, very specific reasons for certain people on why Rainbow Six Siege was crashing for them. Now today, basically, I'm going to be giving some more reasons because a lot of you guys were like, this isn't working, that's not working. So yeah, anyways, first thing, okay, very first thing is make sure your game is up to date, make sure Ubisoft client is up to date, make sure Steam is up to date, whatever you go through, make sure it's up to date, okay, because that is very important. And also make sure your computer is up to date. If you're running on an old OS like Windows 8 or something, guys, just update, please. I know you think it's gonna take a long time or people say it sucks, but just make sure everything is updated to its newest version, and that is probably one of the mainest things. Now, another problem might be temperatures. So if you are playing on PC, which is what these fixes are for, is make sure your temperatures are low. So use something like MSI Afterburner. That's what I use. That's what a lot of people use, and honestly, it works really well. So MSI Afterburner, and that will basically help you, monitor your levels. So make sure your temps, especially on your GPU and CPU, those are the main ones obviously, make sure they aren't getting way too high. If they are reaching that max, either try to lower your settings or maybe add in some more fans or something, I don't know. But yeah, that is another big problem that could be leading to crashes and potential PC crashes. Another thing, number 3, so what is something that you should probably do if you're trying to run the game for the first time and it's messing up? Because I know when the first week I had this game, it just would not work. Like, I would get in, I'd be able to play a game for like maybe one round, and then I'm out. I just crashed, and I had no idea why. And something you should do, I know it's gonna suck for you guys, but try to start playing the game at some lower settings. Now, obviously, it's going to look way more potato and just trash, but try to run the game lower settings so it's easier for your hardware to do it, and, it's actually easy for your PC to run it, not maybe moderate or hard for it to run. Now, kind of going off of that, make sure that your computer has all of the required minimum specs for this game. I wouldn't really recommend playing any game at minimum specs because then it's not the best experience, but personally, just make sure your hardware is good. I personally have a i5 6600K, which I overclock, and a 1070 Founders Edition. That is the main stuff in my rig. I guess I have 16 gigabytes of RAM too, but those 3 main things, make sure they're pretty good and good enough for also this game, because if you try to play this game but all the time you're playing Minecraft and you can play Minecraft pretty well, it might be a hard time playing this game. Now, thing with me, overclocking, I had some issues at first. I wasn't 100% sure what I was doing, so I was kind of doing bare minimum overclocking. But if you are doing overclocking and you don't know what you're doing, I would read about it first, okay? Don't just go and overclock your CPU or GPU and be like, okay, I'm gonna be so much better, all my stuff is like a tier up now. It's not, okay? Make sure you know what you're doing so you're not, 1, hurting your hardware, that could be terrible, and 2, it might just make your PC basically unusable because everything is working way too hard, you can't cool it down, and then it just crashes. So also another thing you can try, I'm not too sure on how well it will work, you can try to run the game as an admin. Sometimes it's weird things like that need to go through, but yeah, you can also just, it's gonna suck to do because I know the Ubisoft client is just so bad, okay, when it comes to downloading things. But you might want to try to reinstall your game. So, uninstall it and then reinstall it. It's going to suck because it's going to take a while, but, sometimes it will fix your problems. Now, as you can see here on screen, I am on the test server, and I've downloaded this and installed it and reinstalled it every time it came on and went off. and it takes a while, guys. So that's probably one of the last things that you want to try. You know, check your hardware. If you need to, go through your computer, unplug and re-plug in everything. Make sure all the connections are good and strong and everything's just good, okay? It should be how it should. Another thing, hardware-wise, you can make sure that your graphics card driver is up to date. If you have a GeForce card or NVIDIA card, I guess, you can use the GeForce Experience to update all your drivers through there. AMD cards, I don't really know. Personally, I like NVIDIA and Intel. But, you know, you should just make sure everything is, again, up-to-date drivers. Very important. Your game, your client, and your PC itself. Make sure it's all up-to-date. Guys, it's, you know, alright. If none of this stuff works for you, please let me know down in the comments what is happening, how long you can be in the game, if it even launches at all, what your computer is, the specs, I guess is what I mean by that. Your OS, so like Windows 8, 10, I would prefer 10, guys, try to be on 10, and just all that stuff, because please, I will try my best to help you in the comments down below, and I can't do it if you guys don't say anything and just like leave a dislike. So let me know and I'll get to you guys as soon as I can. I'll try to do my best. Make sure to share this with friends if this helps you and if you know they're having the same problems. I'll leave my other video linked down in the description. That'll really only help a very, very small amount of people, but I did actually help one guy, and he was super thankful for that. So yeah, make sure you guys go check out the video too, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Gaming Comedy, Venom Grief out. Peace.